The internet has lost their proverbial minds today with the rumor that Jade Cargill could be departing AEW to come and join WWE. But before we start this video, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and put the bell on for all notifications that are the Mr. Teshk Wrestling channel. Now, on to the video. And before I start this video, I'm gonna need some protection. All right, better. So moving into the idea of Jade Cargill coming into WWE, Jade Cargill has had one of the most incredible women's runs that we've seen in recent times in AEW with the TBS Championship, and nobody can doubt that she definitely has the image, the build, and the look for a WWE superstar. With that being said, let's go into what kind of opportunities there are for Jade Cargill and opportunities for WWE to make her a superstar. As I said, the internet's losing its minds, and I can completely understand why. Having an AEW superstar jump ship again over to WWE is really showing that AEW can produce premium talent. But can we take a look at what Jade Cargill really did in AEW? Because really, she was given the WCW Goldberg treatment. And all I can say is I'm happy for her. I love that she was able to really build her brand and make herself that superstar over in AEW. But I don't think she will be able to do the same thing in WWE. I would love to see the matches against Rhea. I would love to see the matches against Bianca. And I would love and literally lose my mind at seeing Jade Cargill go against Charlotte Flair. But the three women I just named have in-ring capabilities that surpass Jade Cargill tenfold. Bianca is one of the strongest, and yes, I'm saying it, one of the strongest and most athletic women we have ever seen in WWE. You look at the likes of Rhea Ripley, one of the most dominant women that we have ever seen in WWE. And then you look at Charlotte Flair. Her resume speaks for herself. The understanding that she is just Ric Flair's daughter, that is out the window now. Jade Cargill can perform in the ring, but there has never been a match where you have gone and said, damn, Jade Cargill put on a 5-star match, or was it the person on the other end carrying her? So when I mentioned those three women, Charlotte, Bianca, Rhea Ripley, they are seasoned veterans at this point, at the top of the top. The biggest thing for Jade is that she's never performed on the biggest stage. She is still very green. She still needs a lot of work when it comes to her in-ring capabilities, which can always be dealt with in time. Nobody's taking away who trained Jade Cargill, though. You look at the likes of Mark Henry, Heath Slater, in the Nightmare Factory with Cody Rhodes. There is countless of veterans, seasoned veterans, who trained Jade Cargill. It's to the point, though, where you take all that knowledge, what you learned in AEW and working with the staff there, you bring that over to WWE, and you take what WWE can teach you, and then you get pushed to the main roster. The things that we're seeing online right now is that she's going to get pushed right into Monday Night Raw. She's going to get pushed into Friday Night SmackDown. And this is all hypotheticals. I truly believe Jade Cargill would be a awesome addition to the NXT roster for an easy 3-month developmental period where she gets to train with veterans and up-and-coming superstars that are on the level to push her to that superstardom. WWE obviously sees stardom in Jade Cargill, and so do I. As I said at the start of the video, she has the look, she has the demeanor, and she has the physique. But at the end of the day, her in-ring work needs a lot of work. Her mic skills need a lot of work. I understand when they put her in this group with the baddies, they tried to give her something to revolve around her, kind of like a Judgment Day Bloodline faction. It really didn't get the biggest pop from the crowd. It was still just Jade coming out and showing dominance and going into 3, 4, 5-minute squash matches. The likes of Chris Statlander are seasoned veterans that have grown up and really pushed themselves to develop their in-ring skills. Britt Baker is another one. Now you have the likes of Zaraya and Ruby, who still is a little green, but has still been pushed through onto that WWE main roster and come through the developmental scene with WWE. Notoriously, Tony Khan has never focused on the development of his wrestlers. Everyone he has brought in has either been a mainstay staple in the indies, people from Japan, or people that WWE released way too early. Jade Cargill falls in one of those three categories. Will she learn a hell of a lot and become the superstar that we believe she can be in WWE? Absolutely. Is she a main eventer on the WWE roster right now? I don't think so. I think there's a lot to be said for what the level of Bianca, Charlotte, Rhea, hell, even Nia Jax, compared to where Jade Cargill is. Yes, she was given the Goldberg treatment, but just remember what happened when Goldberg came over to WWE. He was pushed as that big superstar, but he never really got over with the hardcore fans because he was never that good in the ring. He was never that good on the mic. We're looking at a lot of similarities here that really don't give me the best feeling of pushing her right onto the main roster. The value in Jade Cargill is inevitable. She is inevitable as a superstar, but don't everyone jump to the conclusion that Jade Cargill is going to come in and work the roster. WWE doesn't work like that. I don't believe TKO works like that. It might work like that in AEW, but that's because Tony Khan is doing things by the seat of his pants. This is not saying AEW is a bad product. This is just saying we see massive differences when it comes to the two companies. I love the idea of Jade Cargill coming over because the women's division is lacking in star power right now. Liv Morgan's injured, Alexa Bliss is out, Charlotte and Bianca and Asuka can only feud so many times. Rhea has Raquel Rodriguez, who is really not the biggest and most marketable person in the world when it comes to the women's division. They've just brought back Nia Jax, and the heat that Nia got for returning, we'll soon to see where that goes. Other than that, there's no real big build, with Becky Lynch being down in NXT for God knows how long, and Tiffany Stratton not coming up to the main roster anytime soon, Cora Jade being out injured, Lyra Valkyria not being that big push. We have so many other options in the women's division in NXT, but they're just not that main roster ready. WWE doesn't seem to know what to do with the rest of the main roster that they have currently. Because at the end of the day, where do we really see Jade fitting? Is she a main eventer? Am I extremely far off? I've watched her matches, and I've been watching professional wrestling for a very long time. I'm nervous, but I'm excited to see what the development of Jade Cargill would be coming into WWE. Just remember, guys, nothing is fully confirmed, but when Fightful and Sean Ross Sapp start talking about it, it's a worthy conversation. Leave your opinions in the comments. I want to hear them. I think she's a great addition to the WWE roster if she comes over, and having another AEW superstar coming to WWE just shows that AEW can create a marketable professional wrestler, but can they create someone that is going to leave a legacy of good matches and great sports entertainment? It's not professional wrestling anymore when you come from AEW. You're in the sports entertainment business, and you need to be able to market yourself and entertain. You need to be able to do both. Guys, my name is Mr. Teshk. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and put the bell on for all notifications. That are the Mr. Teshk Wrestling channel. And like always, be good people.